Been a lot of growth in our industry, obviously, and a lot of growth at Pixability. Tell us sort of uh, how you see that growth and that trajectory and where you see it going.
Sure. So I think, the growth is going to be driven by two things, basically, right? It's product innovation, but maybe more importantly, product refinement in the way our unique approach to YouTube. And connected TV. So what I mean by that is everybody has a stat that they're familiar with in terms of there's 500 hours of video uploaded to YouTube every minute of every day. For a company that that drives value through insights, that is a treasure trove of intelligence we can deliver to advertisers. But when I say, and that's kind of what drives our product innovation. But when I say product refinement, what I mean is YouTube isn't a place where advertisers go that lives in a steady state. So our approach to accuracy, to targeting, whether it be content, whether it be audience, or whether it be the interplay between the two, is human-assisted machine learning. And what I mean by that is a data science model applied to YouTube and the growing audience within connected TV is almost outdated the minute it's written. And unless you have constant human refinement, understanding the YouTube ecosystem, understanding content patterns, understanding consumption patterns, and continuously refining that model, you're never going to essentially deliver advertisers what it is that they're looking for on YouTube and in that kind of vast jungle of content. So understanding that humans are a necessary and constant input into data science and the interplay between the two is the refinement, and I think the approach that more and more advertisers are going to see the wisdom of, and it's going to drive our adoption. You can't have scale without data science, and you can't have accuracy without humans. So we leverage both.
So what does brand suitability mean? How is that defined? And of course, it means something to everybody, I suppose. But how do you see that topic defined, and in terms of what advertisers want, expectations that they have, and how that might be changing around suitability in particular?
Well, I think you hit on it right there when you said when I talk about what are advertisers' expectations around brand suitability. I think that encapsulates it. I think advertisers expect brand suitability, and more nebulous than that, advertisers mean something different, each one of them, when they talk about suitability. What I think the paradigm is going to be this year, that's going to change from years past, is that the discussion around suitability is going to kind of move to a table stakes, right? I am an advertiser. I expect there to be safety, and I expect there to be suitability. Now, us as a third-party technology partner, we're going to work to refine your definition of suitability. So the paradigm shift this year that's really going to be pervasive across the industry is the shift from defense to offense, meaning brand safety and brand suitability used to be something advertisers were looking for technology partners to protect them from inappropriate content on YouTube and across other video platforms. Now they're going to start using that technology to their advantage. How can I discover, when I target people using content and audience preferences, how can I discover other content preferences, other audience preferences that are going to help me deliver results and better efficiencies? And so that's where the technology partners are going to start to shift and say, listen, I'm not just trying to tell you there's a boogeyman out there and we're going to protect you from bad content. But listen, we understand all of these content patterns as they exist on YouTube, and the 500 hours being uploaded every minute, we're going to constantly refine and identify places where you can take advantage of that content, and more specifically to drive down costs. And this is an incredibly important thing, an incredibly important topic that I'm hearing more and more advertisers talk about, which is, if I expect brand safety, if I expect brand suitability, but using brand safety technologies as defense has driven costs up in the past, how can I now leverage that to drive costs down? And the answer is, instead of constricting scale, we can use it to increase scale, to find more and better and higher performing pockets of suitable inventory on an advertiser by advertiser basis. That shift from defense to offense, I think, is going to be one of the hallmarks of how we talk about it this year. So Pixability, as you rightly point out, was initially founded as a YouTube company. But again, going back to what I said earlier, and just to reiterate, we were founded as an insights company. And that's going to inform our approach to connected TV. And what I mean by that is, as we have all of this data and all these learnings and deep learnings on behalf of particular advertisers. We can take those learnings and apply them to connected TV. Right now, Pixability reaches 99% of all ad-supported connected TV outside of Hulu. So with Pixability, you have a partner that you can leverage to drive efficiencies, better cost savings, and better performance on YouTube, and then port those learnings over to connected TV to inform how you execute against the platforms, Roku specifically and Amazon Fire that we support. And it's the interplay of learnings between the two. And again, our heritage as an insights company is what helps us inform the advertisers and leverage that for buys on either platform.
Great. And what's your hope for your work there for the next year or so? What are some of your goals?
Well, I think my first goal would be to meet my colleagues in person and face to face. I think, all of us have adjusted to the new normal, and I think we're all looking for some modicum of return to the old normal. But one of the things I'm most excited about professionally is that, behaviors that have changed during the pandemic, some of them are never going to change back. And I hope the ability to sit face to face with my colleagues is one of them that changes back. But the patterns in e-commerce, the patterns in content consumption, and leveraging our technology to tackle those on behalf of advertisers is, I quite frankly going to be one of the biggest professional challenges of my life, and also one of the biggest professional opportunities.